In the presence of honorable dignitaries present today, I, Dr. Rakesh Nambiar, welcome you all to the inaugural session of the Orientation Cum Induction Program 2023 for the first year BA LLB Honours and BBA LLB Honours students into SVKM's NMIMS, Kirit P. Mehta School of Law and NMIMS Schools of Law. Before we move further, in order to give this occasion an auspicious beginning from God Almighty, we will have the Deep Prajwalan with Saraswati Vandana, followed by an NMIMS anthem. I humbly request the dignitaries on the dais to proceed for Deep Prajwalan. I request all those present here to please rise for the occasion and remain standing till the completion of NMIMS anthem.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणां वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
We'll have the NMIMS anthem now. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. It is a moment of honor for us to have reputed dignitaries grace the inaugural session of Orientation Cum Inaugural Program, Induction Program 2023. Our chief guest of the day, Justice Kathawala, retired Judge, Bombay High Court. Our guest of honor, Mr. Suhas Tulchapurkar, Founder, Director, Legacy Services Private Limited. Our patron, Shri Kirit Bhai P. Mehta of KPMSOL. Dr. Ashish Daptardar, Registrar SVKM's NMIMS, and our Dean, Dr. Durgamini Patel of Kirit P. Mehta School of Law and NMIMS Schools of Law. On this note, I humbly request our Registrar, Dr. Daptardar, to welcome our chief guest, Justice Kathawala, with a bouquet and a memento as a token of our appreciation. I also request him to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Suhas Tuljapurkar, with a bouquet and a memento as a token of our appreciation. Thank you, sirs. I now request Dean Ma'am to welcome our registrar, Dr. Daptardar, and our patron, Sri Kirit Bhai, for gracing this inaugural session with their presence. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. Dear friends, the purpose of this orientation program is to acquaint you with our law school and what you can expect from us in the 5 years of your legal education. I quote Ralph Waldo Emerson here, who wisely says, there is no better way to exercise the imagination than the study of law, unquote. Through the study of law, one is expected to forge a bond among three faculties of human mind: rationality, ethics, and the power of imagination. Our law school strives to provide you with a comprehensive education that enables you to develop these three intellectual faculties and prepare you to face the challenges of the legal profession. The dignitaries present with us today will touch upon the profound role played by law, NMIMS University, and the law school in providing you with the necessary support for your legal education. At first, allow me to give a brief introduction of our Dean, Dr. Durgamini Patel, who will speak to you about Kirit P. Mehta School of Law as it stands today and what will it be tomorrow. Dr. Durgamini Patel worked as a senior professor in Savitribai Phule University, Maharashtra, and has more than 30 years of teaching and research experience at undergraduate and graduate law courses, along with 4 years of legal practice at Labor Court. On her educational front, she was a merit holder at LLB and a national rank holder along with JRF and SRF. Dr. Patel got her PhD in 1995 in the area of labor laws. 15 students have received PhD in law under her guidance. She has also guided more than 320 students for LLM dissertations and 1 postdoctoral fellow. She has authored 2 books and published numerous articles in national and international journals, as well as presented papers in numerous national and international conferences. She has worked on 6 major and minor research projects on subjects including child rights, health law training for students, antitrust laws, labor rights, competition law, women police officers challenges, rights and duties, rights of women domestic workers in India. On international front, Dr. Patel has 11 international visits and foreign associations through Erasmus Mundus and Euphrates scholarships as part of academic staff mobility in countries like Spain, Netherlands, Ireland, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. She's an active member of several university committees and is associated with many law schools and universities for administrating their PhD courses and streamlining their structure, and part of overall academic and administrative committees. Currently, Dr. Patel is the Dean of Kirit P. Mehta School of Law and NMIMS Schools of Law. I humbly request our Dean to address and welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Rakesh. Good morning and welcome to one and all present here for the orientation program of NMIMS Schools of Law across India. Respected dignitaries on the dais, the chief guest, Honorable Retired Justice Shahrukh Jimmy Katawala, the guest of honor, Mr. Suhas Tuljapurkar, University Additional Registrar, Dr. Ashish Daptardar, the mentor of law school in absentia, Mr. Harshal Shah, and the patron of the School of Law, KPM SOL, Kirit Mehta School of Law, Shri Kirit Mehta, members of the faculty, staff of all the NMIMS schools of law at Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Indore, Chandigarh, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad, the newly enrolled students and their proud parents, I extend a warm and hearty welcome to you all for the orientation cum induction program of 2023. SVKM's NMIMS schools of law are recognized as reputed schools in India committed towards the vision of providing quality legal education. The Mumbai School of Law, known as KPM SOL, was established in the year 2013, followed subsequently by opening schools of law at other campuses within few years by obtaining approval of the Bar Council of India and other regulatory bodies. The primary aim is to provide a form of legal education that inculcates and nourishes all professional virtues in a well-calculated and planned manner without undermining social values. We offer 5 years integrated honors program of BA LLB, BBA LLB honors, both are honors courses, while at KPMSOL Mumbai campus, we also offer 1-year LLM and PhD program. Thus, a student who gains entry into our institution of law school has an opportunity to opt for further educational progression and can remain with us for about 9 to 10 years. In our institutions, students get rich exposure to the professional world of law through academic excellence, research, internship skills, and other student-centric activities. Our law school ensures all necessary academic and administrative support to the students to be professionals as per the contemporary needs of the industry, the society, and the nation. The Board of Studies of our law school consists of leading experts from diverse fields of law and allied subjects who help us in designing the course outline as per the ongoing needs of the legal profession. This makes our course a perfect blend of theory and practical approaches and equips our students to face the ever-growing and competitive challenges in the field of profession of law at the national and global level. Academically, in our teaching program, contemporary course outlines are also designed using Bloom taxonomy that finely bends academic concepts and practical application of law in a smooth fashion. Interdisciplinary approaches to study of law is delivered through innovative teaching pedagogies. By meticulously mapping the program learning outcomes with the course learning outcomes, we, while teaching, ensure assurance of learning in our courses, which enables us to tuning our teaching, learning, and evaluation methodology with internationally recognized standards of higher education. NMIMS, deemed to be university, has law schools at 6 campuses. Right now, we are being webcasting at all the other campuses. Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Indore, Chandigarh, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. We abide by a system which is called as multi-campus program coordination, a framework which was proposed by our Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, through which we ensure delivery of uniform, consistent, and highly qualitative education across the campuses of NMIMS University. All the schools of law function as a composite whole, and operate in the same pattern. Law, being a dynamic discipline, is always ongoing in flux. Unless one possesses critical thinking, analytical skills, meaningful comprehension of legal discourse is not possible. Law possesses logical, argumentative skills for which nurturing research skills becomes an imperative. Keeping this in mind, all our law schools have various research-based activities and committees, including Center for Excellence and Law Review Committees, aim to promote research excellence among students. With active guidance by expert faculty, I'm proud to inform that a good number of students publish in peer-reviewed and indexed journals. To meet the inter- and intradisciplinary needs of an integrated program like BA LLB and BBA LLB, our law schools have experienced core faculties from diverse specializations in different subjects and streams. In addition, reputed academicians, renowned professional lawyers, law firm consultants, and practitioners are invited as visiting professors to provide practical exposure to the legal profession, and so the students get an idea as to what would be the world once they are out from this institute. The school conducts distinguished lectures, competitions including moot courts, ADR, mediation, debates, Model United Nations, legal awareness camps, in-house seminars, research publication conferences, workshops, faculty development program, research paper presentation by students, projects, internship, cultural programs, poetry, quiz, drama clubs, etc., for the overall development of the student. As a placement-driven university, our dedicated placement team proactively assists students for internship opportunities and career placements. The NMIMS School of Law aims to be the best legal institution in the world. We aim to produce successful, socially responsible, and accountable professionals. Our goal is to provide secular, inclusive, human, modern, and updated education, as well as training to the young brains, and to ensure that after obtaining convocation from NMIMS, they prove to be a good human being, successful individuals in life with abundant happiness and contentment. We ensure that students of our school become an asset to the organization they serve and work with compassion and dedication in future. To achieve this aforesaid, we provide non-academic support, including modern campus with latest amenities and facilities, well-equipped classrooms, digital classrooms, multi-purpose halls, libraries, IT labs, resource centers, moot court center, legal aid clinic, placement cell, personality enhancement and development cell, various cafeterias, medical and counseling facility, sports facilities, and appropriate professional security of the campus to ensure the manifold development of personality of the students, of the staff, of the faculty, of the law schools. The NMIMS schools of law, therefore, are not merely an educational campus, but a place catering to the wholesome development of the students and their personality, to equip them to face the competitive world with utmost zeal, enthusiasm, with a high degree of intellectual and emotional quotient. Dear student friends, I wish you to congratulate you all for making the right and a nice choice of opting for studying law under NMIMS University. I'm sure that with intense hard work and dedication, your 5 years of promising journey with us will lead you to be a successful professional and a responsible social citizen. Thank you and God bless you. With these words, I again welcome you all to NMIMS Schools of Law. Best wishes for a bright future ahead. I end my few words by expressing my profound and deep sense of gratitude towards the honorable guests and our registrar and Mehta sir for gracing this occasion and being with us in spite of their busy schedule. Thank you all sirs on the dais, and thank you one and all present over here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those wise words. We now move to the next part of the session. So I here take the opportunity to introduce our registrar, Dr. Ashish Daptardar. Dr. Daptardar has more than 34 years of enriched experience, including nearly 12 years in administration and management of college activities at the highest level. Before joining NMIMS, he was associated with DJ Sanghvi College of Engineering. He was vice principal at the college for more than 12 years. He was part of organizing various national and international conferences, workshops, faculty development programs, etc. He has participated in various seminars and conferences and has also presented papers in various international conferences. He was part of Board of Studies at University of Mumbai and other autonomous colleges and university. He has completed his MSc Physics from Mumbai University and Doctorate in Finance from SVKM's NMIMS deemed to be university. I humbly request our registrar to deliver his address.
Dignitaries on the dais, Justice Katwala, Shri Suhas Tuljapurkar, Kirit Bhai, Dean of the school, Dr. Patel, faculty members from the school, staff, students, and parents. A very good morning to everyone. I've been told to address you people. But when I look at you people, all of you are looking very tense. Is it so? Be relaxed. I can tell you in short that you are at the right place, and next few years of your life, you will enjoy like anything. It's the most vibrant place where you are going to have all-round development of your personality. So from today, you will find that maybe after few years down the line, it will be a totally different personality. So first outset, I welcome you to NMIMS family. You know, when I was told to address, I was a little bit worried. Because in Marathi, we say that, of course, I'm converting into English, translating into English, that remain 4 steps away from lawyers. And today, what is my condition? I'm surrounded by all of you, budding lawyers, and on lighter sense, we have got even justice here. So what should I say? What should I do now? So I'm a little bit tense, you know, because if I say something, somebody will stand up and say, okay, you can't say like this, that. So apart from that, you know, when law school or lawyer comes into our mind, what picture we have? Picture is something very different. Somebody stands in the court and start shouting something tariq pe tariq, etc. And I'm sure Katwala sir knows it, that such things are never allowed in the court. I got one opportunity to see, and then I was observed that it was totally different thing. It was a very serious affair there. But still, whenever court comes in our mind, unfortunately, what comes to us is a totally different thing which has been portrayed. And so keeping that in mind, if you are serious, I think it is good enough because you have to be serious in front of justice. I will divide my orientation or speech into two parts. First, I will speak about SVKM, NMIMS, then a little bit about the School of Law, where you are going to spend your most valuable years. And then I'll talk about some do's and don'ts. NMIMS started its journey in 1981 with the under umbrella of Sri Vileparle Kelavani Mandal. First, it was Narsi Munchi School of Management Studies in 1981. It was 2 years master's degree program. And it started with just 4 full-time faculty with 40 students. Today, you will find that we are having more than 25,000 students and nearly 800 faculty members. 2003, NMIMS got status of deemed to be university from Government of India under recommendation of UGC. So you can look at a transformation from 1981 to 2003 to 2013. Why 13? I'll come back to it. And now 2023. So it's a growing family. And not only growing family, it is a very quality conscious growing family. So you are going to be the part of such a huge family now. Here in NMIMS, we always talked about latest technology. So whatever latest is there, we would like to provide to you people. Let it be classrooms, let it be infrastructure, let it be in form of resources, educational resources. So you talked about anything and you will find that the latest things will be available to you people. So there is no compromise on quality and the things that are to be given to the students. State-of-art infrastructure welcomes you. Not only welcome you, utilize it and take advantage of it. We here always are interested in giving students with the knowledge and the skill in the given area, inculcate values, identify hidden talents, providing opportunity to realize their full potential. NMIMS is growing and we welcome you to grow with NMIMS. The school, law school, what we call it as Kirit P. Mehta School of Law. I've just now told you I welcome or respected Shri Kirit Bhai. He is the person on whose name this school has been named. This was established in 2013. That's what I said, 81 to 2003 to 13 to 23. This is the journey what we have. This school is approved by Bar Council of India and it aims to provide quality of legal education in order to meet the various challenges that we are going to face here. Here in the School of Law, we are interested in refining students' competency by engaging them in cultural and extracurricular activities. That's what I told you, that next few years is going to be the most vibrant year of your life. I can advise you something. I normally fear that to advise because advice is something that you just listen one and then forget about it. But this is what I can tell you that you will never forget. These are the few years of your college life. That's what you are going to enjoy most. Once you are on other side, enjoyment is on the paper. You feel that you are enjoying, but you never enjoy. So utilize these years when you are as a student to develop yourself and enjoy to the fullest extent. In terms of maybe various activities, as I told you, extracurricular activities and co-curricular activities. In School of Law, we have got well-equipped library, online database, and e-learning resources. All, as I told you, we have got best infrastructure. All our classrooms are ICT enabled with the smart board and everything. As Madam told, we have got MOOC courtrooms, computer lab, English digital library. So basically, whatever is required for your enhancement, everything is provided over here. Now, it is your responsibility to use it properly and to the fullest extent. So what comes is nothing but the responsibility with it. So you have to use it with the responsibility. Then only you will find that, yes, you are enjoying the things. This is in general, about SVKM or NMIMS and School of Law. Few things, now I'm going to talk about do's and don'ts, which normally students don't like. But I think parents sitting on the backside will like. Whenever we are imposing something, student will say, हम क्या अभी छोटे बच्चे हैं? And parents say, नहीं ऐसे ही करो. So that gap is there. But few things is mandatory. You will be given I-card and entries with the I-card. So everybody have to carry I-cards with them. Next is a very crucial point. Once again, you will not like it. Parents will surely like it. 100% of attendance in each subject. Very boring, na? Yes. You have taken admission for what? Study. So why you want to miss lectures? Right? So 100% attendance is absolutely a must. Okay. Slight here and there, it's okay. I'm using word slight. Of course, that slight can be different from different angles. Somebody says slight is 100% for me. I will want all 100%. So that is not acceptable. We are very, very strict with the attendance rules and no compromise on that. Because here you are coming to study. Apart from study, you are going to enjoy in other activities, but your prime focus has to be study. Right? Regular classes will be there as per your timetable. Then, very important part, another important part, late coming is not allowed. I should not say that, but tomorrow, being budding lawyer, you should not say, हमको तो बताया नहीं था. So, late coming is absolutely not allowed. We will be providing you what is called as student resource book. Read it carefully. I know you have got very, very less habit of reading things nowadays because everything is on YouTube. So you listen to it. But this resource book, you read it thoroughly because it gives you each and everything about your course. And basically, not particularly about your course, what exactly it is expected from you and what university expect from you. You are expecting lots of things from us. Similarly, we also expect lots of things from you. It talks about various committees, what are the procedures. So, read this resource book very, very carefully. Now, when I said that 100% attendance is compulsory, what about by any means if you are absent? So, by chance, if you are absent for a particular period, you have to take permission from HOD or maybe dean or director. Of course, that is within the stipulated period. If it beyond the stipulated period, then you will be declared as defaulter. All these rules regulations is given in the student's resource book. So you will be declared as defaulter and you have to repeat the year. Right? So be careful and strictly adhere to the rules and regulations that what we have given in the student's resource book. You will be provided with the login ID for the student portal. So lots of things will be on the student portal apart from your attendance, then your internal marks. So lots of things. Once again, that orientation I think will be given to you later on. But there is a student portal and you will find that you need to refer to student portal very, very carefully and regularly. You will be having a University Student Council, which will be organizing various events. There will be University Student Council, and in your schools there will be representative, and you can arrange lots and lots of programs. Of course, right now you can participate because your seniors will be arranging with the help of your faculty and staff. And later on, as you move up, you will find that you also will be part of arranging various programs. So participate that and enjoy most. Today is the era of social media. Everybody loves to put lots of things on the social media. But please be careful in putting any comments on social media or print media. In NMIMS, we have got zero tolerance policy towards misbehavior, indulging into unethical practice, about all the things. I'm not going into the details. NMIMS will not be held responsible for any action which will be initiated by the regulating authorities. So I request you to refrain from any such activities. Now, when I say all these things, what you have to do or what you don't have to do, but I can tell you, if you remain within the limits, that's normally your parents says, and you don't believe. Once again, I can say, if you remain within the limits, you will enjoy to the fullest extent. Don't get worried about all the things which I've told you. These are just indications of the things. But in short, what we would like to tell you that you have come as a student, remain as a student, and pass out as a glorified graduates. So once again, I welcome you to NMIMS family and wish you best of luck for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I will read out a message by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ramesh Bhatt. He has been gracious to send a message which I shall read on his behalf. Here he says, and I quote, "I hope this message finds you well and welcome to NMIMS University. I am sending this message to express my sincerest apologies for not being able to attend the inaugural function. I deeply regret that I will not be among you all to welcome your joining the university. I was genuinely looking forward to being present at the inauguration and having the opportunity to meet and greet all of you who joined KPMSOL and NMIMS School of Law. It is always exciting to welcome you all as you bring fresh perspectives and ideas. While I may not be physically present, please know that I extend my warmest welcome and assure you that you are joining an incredible institution with an inclusive and supportive environment. The university community is filled with talented individuals who are passionate about their fields of study and dedicated to helping each other succeed. Once again, my deepest apologies for not being able to attend the inaugural meeting. I wish you all the best and hope that you have a fantastic start to your journey. other university. I look forward to meeting you personally in the near future. Best wishes. So I thank the Vice Chancellor for sending this message to be read out. I'm sure he'll be happy to, whenever the opportunity comes, meet. Now I take the privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Suhas Tuljapurkar. Mr. Tuljapurkar is a lawyer with over 37 years of experience. He is a member of the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa and acts as an independent advisor to various companies, governments, trade associations, professionals, celebrities, non-profit entities, and startups. His main area of expertise is governance, risk, assurance, compliance, ethics, which is an acronym that stands for GRACE, with a fusion of information technology. He is passionate about legal innovation, legal technologies, application of game theory to complex legal problems, and demystifying the laws. After a successful career being an in-house counsel and a law firm partner, in 2006, he founded Legacy Services, India's first legal tech enterprise. At Legacy, Suhas has been instrumental in developing various IT-enabled legal support solutions such as Legatrix, which is for compliance management solution, Starboards, which is for Board of Directors evaluation software, LIPs, which is for IPR management solution, the Flute Innovation Capture Solution, CARRAR, which is for contract management solution, Rosenama, litigation management solution, and Legroom, which is for virtual data room solution. In collaboration with the UN Global Compact Network, partnership framework for ensuring statutory compliance and for ensuring tech transparency in procurement process in smart cities. Through Legacies, Mr. Suhas supports and ensures that over 2,500 corporate entities have robust compliance solution among ensuring compliance with all applicable legislations. He is therefore referred to as the compliance man of India. Mr. Suhas, in his capacity as the advisor to the Digital Crime Unit of the state of Maharashtra, developed IT-enabled, knowledge-driven content and workflows for initiating criminal actions against infringing websites. He has periodically assisted governments to provide expertise in drafting various legislations. He has successfully handled various global assignments such as international commercial arbitrations, multilateral agencies sanctioned proceedings, global collaborations, and complex legal projects. Mr. Suhas is a National School Residential Scholar and has received many scholarships, awards, and recognitions, including the Udyog Ratan Award. He is a blogger, a regular contributor to legal journals, and is an acclaimed speaker. I humbly request our guest of honor, Mr. Tuljapurkar, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. This is the resume that somebody downloaded from the internet, so don't believe in it. Thank you very much. You know, it's an honor, it's a pleasure and privilege to kind of share dais with somebody like Mr. Justice Shahrukh Kathawala ji. Sir, it's been an honor and pleasure and privilege. Thank you very much. Thanks to you all, thanks to all the dignitaries on stage. Thank you, Rakesh ji, for that introduction. Thank you, ma'am, for telling us how beautiful this institute is. Thank you, Dr. Daftardar, for actually telling us what to do and what not to do, and including for somebody who loves coming back to the campus, and this is probably my 6th or 7th visit to this campus. Each time I keep on learning, each time I keep on enjoying coming back to the campus. So thank you very much for all that. Friends, you're entering the profession today. And I think with whatever little experience that I have had till now, I think we are at a very interesting space in legal profession. Right, like I said, don't believe in whatever is there in the internet with respect to my resume. Please don't believe whatever is getting out there in social media, in internet, in web, dark web, wherever. But how we as kind of professional lawyers need to look at these things and create a profession and a career out of it is something which I'm going to briefly touch upon based on my experiences so far. So I worked and I've started working in legal tech field 1984-85 when Bhopal gas tragedy happened by accident. I got involved in legal field. In about 89, 90, I think I just developed one small little database. And I was doing MBA, I was doing diploma in computer management, I was writing codes in D-based language at that point in time. I did my diploma in computer management in Indian Institute of Computer Management in Ahmedabad that time. And was writing language D-base and trying to create environment-related case law database way back in 88, 89. It was hardly about 500 cases that we looked at. We couldn't actually copy the head notes from AI or SCC because that's copyrighted information. So we couldn't actually pick that up. But we created a small little database on what we need to do. A few of the jurists like Dr. Upendra Bakshi actually used that database and gave feedback to us. And that was where I started my journey in the legal tech space. Come 2006, we started and promoted Legacy Private Limited. Initially, it was Legacy Services Private Limited. Very quickly, we realized services such as outsourcing and LPO is not going to work. We kind of moved the value chain and created solutions around our own software team or software development team that we had. And today, we have taken a leadership position, at least in the compliance space. From that learning, I just wanted to kind of tell you, where we are. And if you look at this slide, just the one slide, which is, I would request you to get into the details. This is data never sleeps. For every minute of the day or night, you will realize 1.11 million swipes on Tinder. You will realize the amount of data that is getting exchanged today with almost about 5 billion internet users. And I'm saying no professional today, whether doctor or a lawyer or a student or anyone today, can ignore this space. You look at what's happening, and if I were to look at just the Zoom, and this is post-COVID now, you see, 104,000 hours of data is there on Zoom every minute of the day and night. You will realize the population, which is 5 billion internet users today, expanding at a great pace. We have 8 billion as world's population. 67% of that population is penetrated today with internet. And you look at what's happening in India, especially when India has the largest number of WhatsApp users today. You look at it's across 180 countries, but you look at 2 billion active monthly users. You see, 1 billion is the per day exchange of messages, number of messages, that's 100 crore messages being exchanged on WhatsApp every day. Now, in this field, imagine what are the laws applicable. I'm going to leave that to you to do the research. But what's happening as a next frontier is very interesting. Sorry. You see, while data is at the bottom of the pyramid, we need to move that pyramid a bit. We need to move it up to say that what is information moving from data. So when we started, we looked at what are the laws. We kind of broke down almost about 1,700 legislations across India and 60 countries and created a database as what are the action items on compliance that one needs to do. It's the task database. But that database is of no use at all. When I go to any corporate, the corporate says, please give me what is applicable to me. When I move that data to what is applicable, I am moving the paradigm from data to information. Now, therefore, information is relevant to me, and probably few people would want to work at the information level. We're fine with that proposition. However, as a lawyer, when I realize that it's not enough, because moving from data to information is probably a data scientist can do it far, far better than a lawyer. What is required is to move from information to knowledge and apply that knowledge When you say there are apps, what are these apps? Information technology applied are the apps. Similarly, when we talk about lawyering and technology together, you need to understand that you need to move from information to knowledge, and knowledge application is the area that you need to focus on. Of course, moving data, information to knowledge, to then there is wisdom, and then there is salvation. I mean, that's a different issue. But it's a knowledge application stage at which all lawyers, in my view, and that's the space that we need to work. All of you are lucky that the data today is available, that information is available, that you can gather knowledge and look at how do you apply your mind to knowledge application and create what is different from what it is today. And I think irrespective of the age, like innovations have no age barrier. Similarly, acquiring knowledge and applying that knowledge to a problem, to solve a particular problem, there is no age. You are in the same space as I am. If you are prompt to the generic AI, the chat GPT popularly known as, if your prompt to chat GPT is very good, you are a better lawyer than me. You will find, earlier what used to happen in the law firms today, clients would walk in with all the research done on the Google. Today, clients are walking with prompts and answers from the prompts from ChatGPT. It's happening in reality. And I think that's the space. By the time you graduate, 5 years would have gone by. And post 5 years, you will realize the pace with which these technological development are happening in terms of generic AI, ChatGPT kind of space today, is accelerated by almost about one survey which globally has been done, says in the next 6 years, you see, this space would have seen 3 lakh times the expeditious operations in this space that will happen. So my firm belief is, in the short term, the generic AI ChatGPT is overstated. Today, I think everybody is asking a question, including our mentor friend, Dr. Richard Susskind, keeps on telling us, saying that the short-term view on ChatGPT or generic AI is that it's overstated. But long-term view, and long-term here would mean about 5 years or 6 years, we're not talking about 10 years, 15 years here. Long-term view is probably, it is completely understated. So start realizing that generic AI is your friend, is going to help you in future or shaping a future, not only of yourself, but of the profession itself. We are at the very foothill of these developments today. What you see in ChatGPT, I think just fire a prompt to say that I need a draft of leave and license agreement for K-Ward here, and you will get a first very good draft out of ChatGPT. It's possible, but we are at the foothill today, foothill of these technological developments. And when I say foothill, you see, only 2 things which are kind of coming to the aid of making this right. One is the ethics, and second one is AI-related regulation and talk about it. And I can share a data separately in terms of what's happening at global level, whether it is Japan or whether it is US, in terms of regulating the AI. Today, we are again at the foothill of this development. Over the period of time, in a disintegrated manner, this development is going to go to the next level. And when I say disintegrated manner, you won't see a earth-shattering, a kind of digitally disrupting technology coming in. My view is that there will be these cumulative technologies which will come up to answer specific questions out of generic AI, which will make it far smarter and better, because I think it's leading down to the open source. You see, the kind of pace at which these developments are happening, you will see a different profession when you come out of this school, for sure, and that's the promise that technologies actually give you. However, what we really need to do is, today, whatever are these performance enhancement or efficiency-driven solutions through technology, is not in true sense the AI or technological development. It's the neural science that is replacing. Just to give you a parallel analogy, if you're a doctor, robotic surgery, is that an alternative? Answer is no. Alternative is actually, can I look at preventive medicine? Can I predict today through technology and AI what's going to go wrong if I continuously monitor my body parameters? Similarly, apply that to legal profession. Can we today predict what's going to go wrong in your legal problem that you are facing today? And then look at finding solutions which are preventive in nature, which are actually telling you, saying, don't do this. And actually, that is the field of law where I think the generative AI need to make the difference. So can you make affordable justice available through all of these mechanisms and technology developments that are coming up today? Yes, I mean, just take the alternative dispute resolution and online mediation. I think, yes, online mediation, today we have a legislation under Consumer Protection Act, which is talking about online mediation. Can we actually convert that to make affordable justice available? To look at generative AI in the field of outcome, which is the client outcome for you, which is affordability for you, which is access to justice for you. And I think that's the shape of the profession that's going to come. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm just going to stop here. And again, a warm welcome to the profession. Happy to support in whichever way. If you have any questions on legal tech side. Also, I'm saying you have access to the information and you can develop that knowledge today as the same manner, probably, in the same manner that a senior most counsel today has the access to the same information and knowledge. Look at your facts, make specific kind of a knowledge discoveries to you, and the profession is yours. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. I deem it my privilege to give a brief introduction of our Honorable Chief Guest, Justice S.J. Kathawala, retired Judge of Bombay High Court. Justice Shahrukh J. Kathawala was born on March 24, 1960, and by sheer dint of his talent, integrity, and unflagging capacity for hard work, rose through the ranks of the legal profession to become one of the most renowned judges of the High Court of Bombay, retired in March last year. Justice Kathawala graduated from Wilson College and obtained his LLB from Government Law College, Mumbai. He enrolled as an advocate from September 30, 1985, and practiced as a lawyer in the Bombay High Court dealing with civil, constitutional, company, and arbitration matters. In July 2008, he was appointed judge of the Bombay High Court and retired after nearly 14 eventful years devoted to the dispensation of justice. At his retirement farewell function, there was no standing room as lawyers attended in unprecedented numbers to express their admiration and affection for a judge who has created many milestones based on principles, propriety, and passion for judicial uprightness. Post-retirement, Justice Kathawala has embarked upon a successful private practice comprising mediation, arbitration, and legal consultancy in civil, company, corporate, and trust matters. In his retirement speech, Justice Kathawala had eloquently said, and I quote, "Nobody will remember us after we are gone for the fancy cars we drove or the designer watches we wore, but we will be remembered for our dynamic work ethic, our uncompromising quest for righteousness, and our aptitude for empathy and compassion," unquote. He is truly a role model for all young students, more particularly for budding lawyers. I will not keep the audience waiting further too long, and I'll request our Honorable Chief Guest to deliver his words of wisdom and keynote address.
Good morning. Let me commence by offering greetings to the respected management and faculty members of the SVKM's NMIMS Kirit P. Mehta School of Law, and of course to all of you, dear students. Thank you for inviting me as the chief guest for the orientation program of first-year students of BA LLB Honors and BBA LLB Honors. I'm very pleased to be here today because the Kirit P. Mehta School of Law is one of the premium law schools of law in Mumbai, and although established only a decade ago, that is in 2013, it is making a mark for itself with its focus on applied and experiential learning. You students are lucky to have secured admission here, and I would strongly suggest that you make the most of your time in this august institution by imbibing all the knowledge and learning that you can. Since you are all first-year students, let me share with you my journey as a law student and later a lawyer and thereafter a judge. It has been a long road, but I have cherished many valuable lessons that I am going to share with you today. At the age of 7 or 9 years, I had participated in an elocution competition on the subject, My Aim in Life. I had at that time decided and made clear that my aim in life is to become a lawyer. Thereafter, I never doubted my decision and stayed steadfast to my determination of becoming a lawyer. I would say that having a clear goal in life is always helpful for a student. I graduated in economics and political science from Wilson College in 1982 with 52% and faced no difficulty in obtaining admission at the Government Law College, one of the oldest and most sought after law colleges. When my parents would respond to a query as to what their son was doing by stating that I was pursuing law, the person asking the query would most often make a sour face and dare to say, what is the sense in becoming a lawyer when you find lawyers standing at the entry gates of the courts asking for work? They would realize the worth of a good lawyer only if and when they had to go to the court and pay the fees for one. It is true that when I studied law after graduation, the 5-year course was not yet introduced. It is also true that the law course was treated as a fallback option. In other words, any student who had nothing else to do would seek admission in a law college. In fact, at one of the farewell functions, one of my senior friends informed the crowd that he had taken admission to Government Law College only because he would get railway concession from his residence up to Churchgate. I have to admit that the 5-year law course has helped us to train very good lawyers for the nation. The number of students who used to join law college because they had nothing else to do is drastically reduced, and youngsters like you who are sincere and conscientious and desirous of pursuing law have come forward. As a law student, I had never heard of internship. Very, very few students got the work in the law firms whilst in college, which was back then referred to as apprenticeship. We had not even imagined that as students, one can work under the tutelage of a judge. Since I was responsible for convening various activities in college and more closely associated with student politics, one of my professors, Sri Kotak, being my well-wisher, took me aside and advised me to start working with some advocate instead of wasting my day in college. I was in day college, that is, our lectures would start from about 7 to quarter to 10. Thereafter, we were free. I informed him that I was looking out for a job with an advocate. but no one was willing to pay me, and I was desperately in need of money. Professor Kotak informed me that it was difficult to get an advocate who will teach you and also pay you. However, he said he would try to see if that was possible. After a few days, Professor Kotak informed me that there was a very old law firm where whose two surviving partners were also very old, and that they would pay me rupees 300 a month if I joined them. I was very happy and immediately joined the said law firm. However, to my dismay, in the initial 30 days that I worked there, I got no opportunity to go to any court except the Motor Accident Tribunal. I therefore had a rethink and decided to give tuitions from late evenings onwards and instead work in a firm without any remuneration, but where I would get an opportunity to deal with matters pertaining to different issues of law. I thereafter joined Messrs. Mullah and Mullah with a partner who was doing litigation work. The partner had made it clear to me on the first day itself that I will not be paid a single rupee as remuneration. I informed him that I was aware about the same, but made a request that I should be allowed to leave by 6:30 p.m. so that I could go and give tuitions. Appreciating my desire to learn and earn, the partner acceded to my request. I would work the whole day with the said partner and thereafter go and give tuitions to students at their respective residences at Paiduni, Chira Bazar, Sikkanagar, etc., and return home to Jogeshwari almost at 11 p.m. and again attend my first lecture at 7 a.m. next morning at the Government Law College. I worked at the said law firm for all 3 years when I was in law college. During this period, not only did I come in contact with junior and senior lawyers, but also some of the judges who would recognize me by face. I also learned the basic jobs of how to prepare a chronology, that is a list of dates and events, how to prepare a brief which is sent to the council, including how to paginate the same and how to get the work done in the office of the court. During Diwali and Christmas vacations and also on Sundays, when an urgent brief would be prepared and there was a shortage of peons, I would also go to the residence of the council to deliver a brief. Though at times I felt that I was doing the job of a glorified peon, I enjoyed every bit of the work I did because it helped me in learning the ropes to be successful in the profession. After I cleared my law examination, with the help of the partner I worked under at Mullah and Mullah, I joined the chambers of Sri Rafiq Dada in October 1985. The initial days were quite tough. Insecurity always loomed large, more so if you would not get work for 2 to 3 consecutive days. In fact, in one of our worried discussions, I and my colleague decided that if we fail in council practice, I will go back to giving tuitions and he will look out for a job. Initially, I would get stressed if I would lose a matter. In one matter, I was led by a seasoned senior counsel. However, on the day, the senior's performance was not up to the mark. I felt that we had needlessly lost a good matter. On that day, I had to attend a chamber party where I did not have dinner since I was very upset. I later realized that I need to act maturely and take defeat in my stride. Otherwise, the days on which I would attend to several matters, I may well go hungry on all such days if I lost a matter in court. Gradually, I started doing well, and I did not look behind again. Many attorneys knew me as a go-to lawyer, especially in case of very urgent matters, that is, matters required to be drafted overnight and moved in court next morning. Since being a resident of Western Suburb, after accepting such an urgent brief, the attorney would book a hotel room in South Bombay, where I would go through the papers, prepare a handwritten draft by 6 in the morning, when the representative of the attorney would collect the draft, get the papers ready, file them before 11 a.m., and an application would be made and urgent release obtained by 11 a.m. In heavy matters, I have worked for days, up to 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, and would leave my house at 8 a.m. and be in my chambers between 9 to 10 a.m. This is how I got used to hard work. We had very committed judges like Justice Sujata Manohar, Justice R.A. Jagidar, Justice M.L. Pense, Justice S.C. Pratap, before whom it was a pleasure to appear. We also had some very tough judges who would lose their temper very fast and even ask a lawyer to open a barber shop instead of practicing law. Though some of the proceedings in court are monotonous and mundane, there were also instances of good humor in court, which I and many other lawyers have witnessed. To give a few illustrations, an advocate who was weak in English but was overconfident sought time before Justice Lentin on the ground that his brother, a senior advocate, was on his way to court, and therefore the matter be kept back. Justice Lentin, with a mischievous smile, knowing that the advocate before him could not proceed beyond an adjournment application, told him, Mr. So-and-so, your application to keep back the matter is rejected. The advocate boldly proceeded in his broken English, like I come, you go. The learned judge had to stop the advocate by telling him, Mr. So-and-so, please stop, or you will spoil my English. The same advocate was once in the court of Justice Bharucha, and some pigeons entered the courtroom from the window. The advocate blurted out, "Oh my God, these peacocks." And the whole court burst into laughter, though Justice Bharucha was not amused. A comparatively recent instance was when a lady advocate inquired from Justice D.K. Deshmukh, "Lordship, what is the time?" The judge as well as the lawyers in the court were flummoxed and couldn't understand the question. The judge asked the advocate as to who had asked her to put this question to the court, and since how many years has she been practicing. The judge as well as the lawyers in court burst into laughter when she informed the court that she had just joined an advocate who had instructed her to appear in court and ask for time. As young lawyers, we were always in awe of judges and would get scared to even correct the judge, even if the judge was wrong, or would reprimand us purely due to misunderstanding on his or her part. However, we had some stalwarts who would without hesitation speak their minds before judges who would find it difficult to respond to such stalwarts. A very senior advocate once appeared in a complex matter to seek directions from the court. A direction brief would normally be given to a junior, and a senior would not appear to seek directions. The judge sarcastically inquired, "Mr. So-and-so, are there no juniors left at the bar that you have come?" The senior advocate replied equally sarcastically, "No, my lord, they have become judges." One of our Chief Justices, a very polite but indecisive judge, hearing a sensitive public interest litigation against the municipal corporation and the mayor for the expenses incurred by them, COA project, my senior was appearing in the matter, the hearing of which had commenced in the morning. Since my senior did not return to his seat in the library even after court hours, I and my colleague went to the court to see what was happening. The court was overcrowded. We noticed that there was a ping-pong match going on between the advocates, and the learned Chief Justice would give an impression to each of the advocates when he would make a submission that he is accepting the submission made by the said advocate. The senior advocate representing the corporation, who was well known for calling a spade, finally got up and told the learned Chief Justice, "My lord, what is this ding dong, ding dong? Now please decide the matter." The same senior advocate was once appearing before another very senior judge who had the habit of looking outside the window when an advocate was arguing, shrugging his shoulders and moving his hand from left to right direction, indicating that there is no substance in his argument. The senior advocate looked outside the window and moved his hand in a similar fashion and told the judge, "My lord, this is not a matter which can be decided in this fashion. A constitutional point is involved and it needs application of mind." I spent 23 years at the bar as a counsel, and since a judge is not paid any princely amount towards remuneration, I took judgeship only after I was of the view that I have saved enough funds to lead a comfortable life. I took up judgeship considering it a pilgrimage. I was sworn in as an additional judge of the Bombay High Court on 18 July 2008. Initially, a judge after being appointed is made to sit on the division bench with a senior judge. I wished and prayed that I should not be made to sit on the text bench, as I found the subject very dry. My prayers went unanswered, and I was informed after my swearing in that I had to sit on the text bench with a senior judge. My first day as a judge was like my first day in school. I was not aware of what I was supposed to do in the lunch break or after court hours. Taking advantage of this, my staff, including the chopdars, would act as big daddies and advise me, insisting that the orders dictated in court should be corrected and signed at home, and the orders reserved should be dictated immediately after returning to my chamber from court. Though initially I was not interested in judging tax matters, I would read all the matters beforehand and soon found the subject very interesting, and also passed a few judgments which have been reported. I also was surprised to learn that under the tax laws, the income made out of smuggling activities is treated as business income. Two things I learned from this. You can come out with flying colors if you put your heart and soul into the work that is assigned to you, and never carry the impression that you know it all, even if you are a very successful professional, since the process of learning is never ending and continues till the last day of your life. Within a few days from my appointment as a judge, I attended the wedding reception of an advocate. At the time of my appointment, I was 60th in seniority. I was therefore referred to as a baby judge. At the said reception, many advocates gathered around me and showered praise on me, telling me how great I was. I never knew of such hyperbole qualities in me, but when such a circus was going on, I saw one of our senior judges who had retired just few weeks ago, standing at a distance. Advocates would pass him by extending polite greetings, but no one would stop to inform him of the great qualities that he possessed. At that time, I said to myself that one day I will be standing alone where the retired judge was standing, and another new baby judge would be surrounded by lawyers, informing him how great he was. I therefore decided that one has to be down to earth throughout and not get carried away by any type of sycophancy. As lawyers, we always felt that the job of a judge is very easy, and they are required to work only for 5 hours, that is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., with an hour's break for lunch. However, I soon realized that there was not only a serious shortage of good judges, but the day of a conscientious and committed judge starts after 5 p.m., when he is required to not only start correcting the orders that he has dictated in court during the day, but is required to go through the papers of matters in which he has reserved orders, start dictating the orders that are reserved in urgent matters, and also read bags full of papers in matters which are placed before him for hearing on the subsequent day. I also realized that though the judiciary is severely criticized with each passing day, the only hope that a common man has when he faces injustice is to knock the doors of the court and seek justice. What motivated me to sit for long hours in court hearing matter after matter was the burning desire to leave aside the technicalities and deliver instant justice, which a common man expects from the court, and not to get justice after several years, by which time the litigant is either no more or has no interest and desire to pursue the cause he once espoused. I feel judges need to be proactive and not insist on paperwork wherever it is possible, and deliver justice and grant release to the wronged at the earliest. The need of the hour is to come down heavily on the erring parties, especially the officials of the statutory authorities, who make the common man run from pillar to post for small permissions and orders for reasons best known to them. I also noted that many advocates who keep juniors do not take interest in them and also do not give them the requisite training in the matter. Young lawyers would come to court to seek time on the ground that either their senior is unwell or is busy in some other court. On querying as to what the matter was all about, the junior would give a shocking answer that he did not have his papers or that he was not aware of what the matter was about, though he had carried the papers to court. I had very often called the seniors and told them that they cannot use juniors in this manner and ruin their careers. It is the duty of the senior to at least inform the junior as to what the matter was all about when he sends his juniors to the court to seek time. There are matters in the High Court, like appeals which are pending admission since several years. Apart from the shortage of judges, which I feel is due to the delay in appointment of judges, the real problem is that good lawyers don't want to take up judgeship because of the pathetic remuneration offered. If you want good judges in the High Courts, you certainly cannot offer remuneration of rupees 2.25 lakhs per month, which after deduction of tax is much less than what a reasonably good lawyer can earn in a day. Of course, I would not support any judge who, after accepting judgeship, resigns on the ground that he cannot run his house on such a meager amount. A lawyer accepts judgeship with his eyes wide open. He is well aware of the remuneration that he would receive after accepting judgeship. Again, any corruption cannot be justified on the ground that the salary of a judge is meager. Seeking regular adjournments on one ground or the other by one or the other party, or a judge pleading his helplessness to proceed with the matter on a particular day on the ground of excessive work pressure, is no doubt one of the main reasons for the mounting backlog of cases. However, these are not the only reasons. Many of the matters filed lack merits. However, they are filed because the attorneys and the clients feel that corat is sorat, meaning that the court is a lottery. This happens because there is no consistency in the manner in which the judges deal with the matters. Every judge deals with a matter on the basis of his own perception and understanding of law. Again, very few judges come down heavily on the party which files meritless and baseless proceedings against another by imposing very heavy costs. Unless there is consistency in the orders passed by the judges under a particular set of facts, and unless judges do not start imposing heavy costs on parties filing vexatious and frivolous litigation, the problem of mounting backlog will never be resolved. One must appreciate that judges cannot please every litigant or advocate appearing before them. About 50% of the lawyers and the litigants lose matters in court every day. Initially, such defeat was accepted gracefully by lawyers and litigants. Unfortunately, in the last few years, we have noticed an undesirable trend of allegations made against judges by the losing party and or their advocate. As recently said by CJI Chandrachud, the stronger the judge, the more serious are the allegations made against him. While such conduct needs to be strongly deprecated and dealt with, judges too are required to be thick-skinned and not get unnerved or ruffled or bogged down by such allegations. I also realized that there is divinity in the job of a judge. Before becoming a judge, some lawyers, individuals may have humiliated, belittled, or been rude or unfair to me. However, when such advocates, individuals appeared before me, I never felt that it was time to settle scores with such advocates or individuals. The job satisfaction that I got in carrying out my duties as a judge far exceeded more than what I got in my 23 years of practice as a counsel. Though due to certain instances, a big question mark is raised on the independence of judiciary, I for one will have to admit that in my career of almost 14 years as a judge, I found no interference whilst administering justice. I suppose this happens only if a judge functions on the basis of quid pro quo. Despite all the criticism qua the judiciary and certain follies, I would urge all responsible lawyers not to decline the offer of judgeship, but to accept it and work by being true to the oath of dispensing justice without fear or favor, and ensure that the fabric of our judiciary is never creased. I have enjoyed my entire career as a judge, and I am proud to have retired as an honest and fearless judge, having no regrets. Now let me also share a few life lessons with you all today. Always respect your teachers and your parents, and value the sacrifices they make in shaping you. Of course, you also need to have confidence in your own abilities. Make up your mind to do your best, and don't rest until you achieve what you have set out to. Don't get disheartened if you learn that your peers and batchmates are earning more than you. Your time will come. There is enough work and money for everyone. What will always hold you in good stride, in good stead throughout your life and career is honest, hard work. When I look back at my journey as a young advocate and through my years of judgeship, I realize that the one attribute that has been most crucial and defining has been an unflagging capacity for hard work. Nothing in life comes easy. Please don't believe in the humorous saying, trees bear fruits, farmer shakes the tree, God cures patients, and doctor takes the fees. The farmer toils in the field for months. And while God does cure, the doctor also does not take fees for nothing. He too works hard. Destiny does bestow gifts, but you need to work too. You must also keep on learning. Never believe that you know it all. Knowledge is the fountainhead of survival and success. The day one stops learning, one stops living. Growth and evolution is absolutely essential for one and all, and especially for young professionals. The zeal to constantly become a better version of yourself is what will set you apart from the crowd. Do not give in to jealousy or negativity. Learn to have a thick skin and a large heart that gives and forgives. Strive to be a karma yogi. As Sri Krishna advised Arjuna, karma karo aur phal ki mat socho. Do your duty and do not think about the fruits. Many of us know from personal experience that when you do good, good will come back to you. And even suppose that it does not, you will still have the satisfaction of having done the right thing or having put in your best efforts, and you will definitely get a good night's sleep at the end of the long day. With that, dear students, permit me to take your leave and thank you so much for having me here with you today. May you all find success, happiness, and fulfillment in your own life's journeys as I have in mine, so that you can look back with satisfaction and have no regrets whatsoever about your wholehearted endeavor in assisting all sections of society to access justice speedily and satisfactorily. Making money is not everything, but fulfilling one's mission in life is by far more rewarding. I thank you for having me here today.
It is indeed a great honor to have heard our Honorable Chief Guest's words of wisdom, and we are truly appreciative of his gesture. Let me now move to the next event, that is a vote of thanks. I now request Assistant Professor Dr. Parmila Dhiman, the Program Chairperson of BBA LLB Honours, to formally propose a vote of thanks for the day.
Good afternoon, everyone. With the blessings of our Chancellor, Shri Amrit Bhai Patel, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ramesh Bhatt, trustees, senior university leadership, I, Dr. Parmila Dhiman, take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks for today's session. I wholeheartedly pay my gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Justice Kathawala sir, for sparing his valuable time from his busy schedule and enlightening us with his great knowledge and experience. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your inspiring journey from a law student to becoming an honorable justice of a high court. We are really benefited, and I hope we all incorporate such practices in our routine and always learn that nothing comes easy. I am very thankful to our today's guest of honor, Mr. Suhas Tuljapurkar sir, for gracing the occasion and enlightening us with your great words of wisdom and telling us how efficiently we can and we should use the technology in this era to excel in our respective fields. Further, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ramesh Bhatt, for his gracious gesture to send a message to our young law aspirants present here. I pay my sincere gratitude to our Additional Registrar, Dr. Ashish Daptardar sir, for taking out your valuable time and briefing the students and parents about the NMIMS University. Further, I thank our respected Dean, Dr. Durgambani Patel ma'am, for her leadership and unwavering commitments towards NMIMS School of Law. I also wish to thank Sri Kirit B. Mehta sir and our mentor, Mr. Harshal Shah, for their kind patronage and constant guidance. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Examination Department, my faculty colleagues, staff members, Students' Council, student volunteers, our new students, and their parents, whose presence has made this event a big success. I wish you all the very best and hope you have a very joyful journey with NMIMS. Thank you so much. Now, I request Dr. Nambiar to take over the proceedings.
We'll now formally end the session by paying homage to our nation. I request all present here to stand for the national anthem and continue standing till the dignitaries are escorted from the hall.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Students, please remain standing. The dignitaries have addressed you. We're very thankful to the dignitaries.